In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how ManyWho can be used to power dynamic case management inside of Salesforce. What you're looking at here is the Salesforce Service Cloud. And let's imagine we work for an organization that provides car loans to those with bad credit. And Rachel Haberman is an agent who takes phone calls from customers. Built inside of the Service Cloud console is a dialer. So let's imagine we're taking an inbound phone call now. As a result of the phone call, the agent is immediately brought into a process to handle the customer. Along the top, you can see a series of steps that make up the whole process we're going to take the customer through, and the main content of the screen that will drive the data we need to collect. So let's put in some customer details now. Now, because we're providing car loans, we're going to need to get some background information, such as when they last had their credit checked, why they're looking to purchase the car, and what's prevented them from purchasing the car already. Now, if you notice when I selected the option for reason, that a bunch of things happened in the user experience. An additional option was provided here, and we've got this disclaimer about Georgia. It's basically saying that because we're in Georgia, we can't offer this customer a product directly. If I say that they actually haven't applied for credit, you can see the rules are applied differently. Now I'm going to say this customer is being denied credit, but I'm going to change their state from Georgia to California. And I'll answer the final question. Now at this stage we've collected the basic information about the customer, so let's proceed through to the background check. One of the great things about the ManyWho platform is it's completely integrated with Salesforce. So this isn't an iframe running inside of the Salesforce Service Console. This is ManyWho running inside of Salesforce. And you can see we've popped a tab on the left showing customer information. We've provided some knowledge articles on the right that might help the agent improve the customer experience. We've created a customer record inside of Salesforce, as well as generating an opportunity. And back in the script, you can see we've progressed to stage 2, which is the background check. Now let's imagine that Rachel isn't all that experienced with answering these kinds of questions, so she needs some help from one of our colleagues to help fill in this part of the form. Down at the bottom of the process, we have a feed attached. And of course, because this is Salesforce, this feed is associated with Chatter. So I'm going to go ahead and start collaborating with one of my colleagues. And I can post my comment directly into the feed. Now let's move over to Tom's view. And looking at Tom's view of the console, we can see a feed. And in there, we can see the question from Rachel. But also, all of the processes running inside of ManyWho are records in Salesforce. So I can see the case that Rachel's working on here, and simply by clicking the link, I can join it. Now that I've joined the process, I'll scroll to the bottom and reply to Rachel. And like all things on the ManyWho platform, everything is in real time. So you can see Rachel's view is refreshed at the same time as Tom's. Now if I scroll back to the top, we can help each other complete the form. And you can see everything is happening in real time. So we support co-editing as well as real-time collaboration. And that works both ways. If Rachel makes a change or Tom makes a change, both changes will be made in real time on the same screen. So now Tom has helped Rachel out. He's going to close this case and continue on with other work he's got for his day. Now Rachel can complete the rest of the form for the customer. Now down at the bottom of the screen you can see that Rachel has the option to send the customer an application, and this is needed to get approval from the customer that we can do a background credit check before offering any loan. So I'm going to go ahead and send the application to the customer. And you can see a text message has arrived asking the customer to check their form. So let's imagine now we're the customer receiving the text message and approving the application. We're imagining that the customer receives a link to the process as a text message and can join it immediately on their phone. So you can see on the left the customer application on the customer's phone. And you can see the information that was keyed in by Rachel appears within that application. Now at the bottom here you can see it's asking the customer to upload their driver's license. So let's go ahead and upload an image. Now, maybe at this stage the customer needs some help also, and as we're on the phone with a customer, we can help them out. So over here is Rachel. I can go ahead and join the customer's application and help them in real time. Now as an agent, I'm seeing the same thing the customer is seeing. And just like before, everything is in real time. Now maybe at this stage that we feel happy the customer's collected the relevant information. Rachel can also check that they got the licensing correctly and can request that the customer submits the application to approve the go-ahead to do a background check. And you can see the platform not only supports co-editing but also co-navigation. So as a customer, I've now finished my piece of the process. And as an agent, I can return back to the main process to continue on. And we can see here now that the application is complete, so we can go ahead and do the credit check. Now we've got the credit check back, we can see their score, and we can also ask some additional information about the loan. Based on this information, we're going to go ahead and give them a loan. So let's imagine they're asking for a loan of $12,000 for a late model used vehicle over a term of 24 months. And like before, you can see the screens are dynamic and can give the agent back information in real time, in this case the payment. Now maybe at this stage the customer wants a discount. It may be that this amount is too much. So let's go ahead and escalate this to another agent to see if we can get a discount for this customer. In order to perform the discount, we need a manager. I'm not allowed to, as Rachel, to approve this discount. But I know the customer's in a hurry, so I'm going to go ahead and send a message to the manager that we should get this done as fast as possible. Now let's imagine Tom as our manager. And as before, you can see the list of cases available. And also you can see that in the new Service Manager queue, there's a case available to manage. I'm going to join that case, and you can see, unlike Rachel, I'm able to take action on this part of the process. I have permissions to apply a discount where Rachel does not. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a 10% discount for this customer. And as before, everything supports not only co-editing but co-navigation, and you can see both Rachel and Tom are both at the same point in the process at the same time. And we've now entered a part of the process that both people can view and take action on the process flow. So again, as Tom, I'm going to exit this process and continue on with other things. Now as a final piece of this process, I need to send the customer a text message just to check that they're okay and to agree with the terms of the offer. So I'm going to go ahead and send a text message to their phone. And at this stage, the process is going to wait for the customer to apply with the statement agree before proceeding any farther to the close. And you can see that text message has come in. So I'm going to go ahead and type the word agree. And this will tell the process to proceed. And you can see here the process has recognized the customer has agreed to the terms and also offered them a next best offer of a lower interest rate. So not only does ManyWho have the ability to execute dynamic case management and dynamic processes, it can also handle things like next best offer. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the kinds of applications you can build inside of Salesforce using the ManyWho platform. Now let me just quickly show you the process that's driving this application. This is how that application was built. In order to show you that, I'm going to log into ManyWho. And this flow diagram shows how the application was built. And let me just quickly explain what you're seeing. Each of the icons represents a step in the flow. Some of them, like the red and purple icons, are system steps. And the blue steps are things that you actually saw, such as collecting the basic information, doing the background check, making the offer, etc. And these orange boxes represent swim lanes for permissions. So when we escalated the loan offer, you can see that that is in the Service Manager swim lane. So only service managers are able to see that screen. which is why Rachel saw the waiting screen and Tom was able to take an action to apply a discount. And it's important to note this isn't just a picture of the process, this is how the process is defined and how the process is actually built. So this flow diagram represents the actual application. The result is that you can deliver enterprise business processes with little to no code. Thank you.